Welcome to the Lowlands. If you look out into the distance, you can see the great hill Amon Sul, otherwise known as Weathertop. This hill dominates the landscape within the Lowlands. Today we are going to run the skirmish that is set on Weathertop. Stand at Amon Sul. Now, since in the previous episode I ran this at level 85, tier 1, I thought for today's showing we'll go after tier 3, since we are only level 25. And you notice how I've been pretty much breezing through level 25 skirmishes so far.
Not long ago, a great battle was fought upon the peak of Weathertop between Gandalf the Grey and the Nine. Evil has been drawn to Amon Sul, where the Ranger Candave seeks to hold the hill for the Rangers of the North.
What can I do for you?
Now, probably the most important feature of Stand at Amon Sul are the campfires. Now, there's a joke about this skirmish where you spend half your time lighting campfires and the other half fighting in the dark. This is because each of these campfires only lasts for 2 minutes. Thus, every 2 minutes, you're going to have to relight them. Not quite made out of paper when you're running at tier 3. Now, in this skirmish, we get 2 trash mobs in every single wave. Exactly 2. They can either be weaks or they can be hails. In other words, normals or swarms. In larger runs, you'll just improve the quality, but you'll still always face 2. As usual, the lieutenant does not count as one of the 2, and you'll still get 2 mobs on top of the lieutenant. Looks like they took care of the regular mobs while I took care of the lieutenant. I did see their morale go down a little bit. They were able to take it. So I suspect that they would not have been able to solo the lieutenant so easily. Especially considered that it was... Oh. Well, let's see. Let me take care of this guy for... Oh, Zealot of Pain. Hello, Zealot. Yeah. Now, I will give him a... Oh, ouch. I would prefer to have had the torch lit for this instead of all out. Alright, now let me go after these hail mobs. And the last opponent died just as the Zealot started yelling. How good timing. Now, Flax is not affected by the darkness penalty. Let me talk about this darkness penalty. The local darkness provides a minus 100% modifier to your damage and your healing. In other words, you're not very effective. The good news is, this central campfire gives you a 50% bonus. That means you're effectively minus 50. These small campfires they each provide a 25% bonus. If you happen to be staying in a spot, such as about here, where all 5 of those small campfires are in effect, you are able to gain a total of plus 125%, plus the 50% from the central one. That's 175%, minus the 100 for the darkness, for a total of plus 75%. That's pretty good. Oh. Let's take care of the bats first. Okay, good timing on that. So therefore a total of plus 75%. Now you won't often be able to be in a position where you'll be at to be able to see all 5 at once. Like for example, right now I'm at 4 plus the default one. Actually the default one, if you go way out to the edge, you won't be able to even see that center one. Now this particular encounter, he only comes out if all the campfires are lit. Now obviously you see he still stays out even if some of them are unlit later. Now, I'm going to need that light. As you see, a lot of the fighting is going to be done by candidates and by soldier. Now, if you are in a larger skirmish, then the larger the skirmish is, the less the bonuses are. So you'll no longer get your 175% bonus. And by the time you get up to a raid, you're hard-pressed even to cancel out the 100% from the darkness. That's the main challenge on the larger sizes. Instead of creating a large penalty, you're just reducing, and creating a large bonus, you're just reducing the penalty. Now, the growling is this work rider right there. Oh. What is that? Ah. Troll Wound Slayer. Alright, let me try to get their attention. Now, Candidate's pretty good at surviving, though he can get killed if you allow too much to get on him at once. But as you can see, he's a pretty good fighter. And in addition to that, he's able to heal. But I have seen him torn to pieces, especially if you're in a large group, in a raid or the like. So you do have to protect him in such cases. But in a solo skirmish, he's a very big help. Though I did once see him completely ripped apart by a blood rook. Now, one of the strategies in this one is to, especially near the end of the skirmish, to stagger the torches a bit so that if one goes out, the other ones will be on a little bit longer. As you saw earlier, when at the very beginning I had all the torches lit fairly early on, they all went out pretty much at the same time, and I was pretty much in trouble. That's why I have them a little bit staggered now, and was pausing on a couple of occasions. Now let me get this guy here. I'm going to see if I could pull him. Oh, Flax has him. The trouble is that the soldier is not affected by any of these penalties. So they can be quite powerful here. And that means it's hard to get the enemy off of them, and as you can see, our old friend here killed Flax while I was busy trying to pull him inside. And I'm trying to pull him inside because I've got all these huge penalties for trying to fight outside, since there's so few torches that affect that area. Now, here things get pretty tricky. That is because I need to be able to... Oh, I lit these in the wrong... Oh, no, it's the right order. Yes, and I forgot to call in Flax. Because I need to make sure that they don't all go out during the boss fight. The boss fight can be tough. Alright, now I will light the next set as soon as these guys are down. Well, they didn't last very long. Yes, this is tier 3. Candidate is rather nasty. Either that or that's Flax, who's... Well, between the two of them, they're ripping them through, but they were probably weaks. Candidate had a reputation for stealing a lot of your experience back before the NPCs no longer cut it off when they changed the experience rules with the release of Rohan. Oh, where is the lieutenant? Tail Trapper. Yeah, and now I want to pull him out. I was hoping to get Candidate out of the fire, but he's busy fighting that guy. Right, now. Alright, as I said, I want to try to stagger these. I'll probably have a couple of torches out during the boss fight, because it's hard to arrange to have them all up during the fight. Now in a group, of course, you'll assign one person most likely to do the lighting. Better get this lit. That was good timing. Where's that Cargul? Alright, this is the boss. Now, the boss spawns 4 friends. 2 come up early and then 2 a little bit later on. Now, the larger the group size, the more friends he brings in. And there we go. We now have them all down. And that is Standard Amon Sul Tier 3. Next time, we will now go up to level 30 and look at Thievery and Mischief, which is the first of 2 skirmishes that are set in Bree. Until next time, this is Pine Leaf Needles. May your shield protect you, and your spear never break.